Hello, how are you? If I look like I've been electrocuted because of my hair, I have. I've received some shock treatment today, so this is what's happened to my hair because of the shock treatment. But hopefully you can focus on what I'm saying, my lips versus my bush on top of my head. Um, but what I want to talk about is how we move, how we make moves through life. And the reason why I'm focused on that is that each one of us have things that are important to us and things that are unimportant to us. And the unimportant things easily leaves our mind or our memory and we don't remember. Such as, I'm sorry to say that I didn't remember, I was asked if I was approached recently and I completely forgot because it was insignificant. It was nothing to me. But I was approached by Greg, the trucker from the gym, and asked to be taken out to dinner. So I apologize for not remembering because it was not significant, it's not important. But yes, I was approached, I was asked, and there you have it. And the reason why unimportant things leaves my mind very easily is that over the years, I've learned where to focus my attention as far as who, what, when, how, and why. As you move through life and you do things, you start to notice people, their patterns and their behavior, and you're able to weed through people and where they should be in your life. If you look at a bullseye, what you use to play darts with, the bullseye is in the center, and then you have a number of rings that's on that target. And most people will fall on the outer rings, and only a select few will actually be in the middle, in the bullseye. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. So when unimportant things and unimportant people approach me, I let it go quicker than I can blink because there's no remote possibility of anything like that happening. As far as me going out with Greg the trucker or something like that, because I look at how people behave in their normal life. I look at how they talk. I look at how they treat people. I look at how they make moves. And for some reason, I can't speak for women because I'm not into women. I don't deal with women on a romantic basis. But as far as men, a lot of men seem to think that bragging or coming off very intense and strong is effective. And you know what? It's probably effective for most women. That intensity, that attention, it's probably intoxicating for a lot of women. But for me, that type of behavior is very off-putting. It's very overwhelming because I know there's two types of fires. There's the fires, the flames, that starts off immediately with a roar. Kind of like how you light a grill. You're grilling and you light it and the flame just goes whoosh and it's just intense. When a fire starts intensely, it goes out even faster. So why am I talking about that? Men or people in general, they come off with great intensity. They come off with great curiosity. They come off with having good intentions. But really, it's fleeting. There's nothing behind it. There's no longevity. There's no sustenance. There's nothing behind it. So when people approach me and they brag about this, that, and the other, I don't take it seriously because a lot of people want me. But most people don't know how to take care of me. I am what people idealize about. They want someone who's beautiful on the inside, they want someone who's beautiful on the outside, and they want the complete package. But the fucked up thing is, when people have the complete package, they don't know what to do with that shit. They take it for granted. They think it's not going anywhere. They feel on some level they're unworthy, undeserving, and they start doing shit to fuck it up. So I've learned from history, just because someone wants something doesn't mean they should have it. Kind of like kids. Kids kind of want everything they see. But when they get it, they lose interest very fast and they move on to the next best thing. So I know that even though I am very desirable, I know that I'm heavily wanted. But I also know the person that I am, the kind of person that I am, that I cannot allow any and everybody into my life to me because of how rare that I am. So when someone like Greg the trucker or Mr. Butterfingers or people like that approach me, I can see it for what it is. People who come on strong very quickly, they leave even quicker. People like that, they don't know how to take care of a person mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. Things start off great. Things start with a bang. And then slowly, because of them or how they are, things start shifting and getting off road. It just goes the fuck off the road. But what I look for people who are slow. Like there's an ember. And that ember slowly builds over time. And it gets bigger, stronger, hotter, bigger, stronger, hotter, bigger, stronger, hotter. Because when a fire starts slowly and it builds over time, that type of flame provides the best warmth. It provides the best fire for cooking and a whole number of things. So how someone behaves, yes, I'm equating people to fucking flames, but it's a metaphor. How people burn or move through life tells me a lot about their character. It really does. And that's how I'm able to discern and decipher who I want to allow into my realm, into my heart, into my world. Does that person see me, or do they just see me? Most people like what the fuck they see, and they can't see beyond that. And they don't understand that what you are attracted to is people's personality, their aura, their vibe. My aura and vibe is made up of a whole long history of things. Things that people cannot see, things that people cannot withstand, things that people cannot understand. So if you don't really want to get to know me, if you can't be able to see me, you will never be able to motherfucking enjoy me. Because unlike most women, I show who I am. I don't pretend. I don't fake orgasms. I don't pretend on shit. I'm pretty straightforward. What you see is what you get. So if one thinks that anyone could just slide into my life, scoot into my life, unfortunately for me, I've met a lot of shady, unreliable, dishonest people who are not worthy of me or my time. They're unimportant. So unimportant things, I just let it flow because I know what ranks in my life and what's the most important. Now, I've been hit with this question of how can you be how you are? Considering how I speak on my podcasts, the things I say, how I behave in real life. I mean, what I do on my podcast, it seems all over the place. It doesn't make logical sense. And I will explain to you why it doesn't make logical sense. I am a person who is very adaptable. I come from circumstances in which I was not supposed to survive. I've almost died 3 or 4 times. I've been in hit and run accidents 3 or 4 times. I've been severely injured where I could barely walk, and I've gone through physical therapy and rehabilitation so many different times in my life. It's fucking ridiculous. So every step of the way in my life, I've had to fight. Places where you have had to be safe, you should be safe and protected with your parents, your family, your loved ones. Those were the people who were hindering me, sabotaging me, thwarting me. So every moment with most people in my life, I've had to fight. Fight, fight, fight. You know why I had to fight? Because let me explain to you. When you come from deprived, impoverished circumstances, and you are striving to get out of that, when people see that you are trying to get out of that, they don't want you to get out. So either your mother, your stepfather, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, they all work to prevent you from getting out, because if you escaped, then they cannot justify or rationalize why they are continuing to live this deprived, sordid type of lifestyle. Their reality only continues to make sense if I fail. But if I succeed getting out, then they will have to turn around and look in the mirror and say, okay, she got out, so what the fuck is wrong with me? But if they help to facilitate my failure, then their world continues to make sense. I have had to fight every step of the way. I've been duped. I've been fleeced financially. I've had to fight for myself in ways and places that I should not have had to endure. I am not supposed to be where I am today. I am actually not supposed to be alive. I should be dead. So if one is trying to figure out who I am, what I am, I seem to be very intriguing, an enigma, a mystery, because it is a mystery, it is an enigma, because I'm not supposed to be alive, I'm supposed to be dead. I am not supposed to be the woman that's sitting here in front of you speaking today. I should be dead. And if I'm not dead, I should be strung out, impoverished, and a whole host of other things to go along. I am not supposed to be where I am today, but I am here, and I'm here for a reason. So when you get glimpses of different aspects of myself on my podcast, it's because I've had to live and operate in stark environments, dichotomous type of environments, where one, straight A, top student, model student. I go home to abuse, drug abuse, emotional, mental, physical abuse, poverty, and everything else. But you would not know that seeing me at school, because I was the ideal model student. No one knew that I lived in a nightmare. If you show people you live in a nightmare, they're going to discredit you. They're not going to think much of you. It's going to hinder your opportunities. So I have had to learn to adjust and adapt. And as I was explaining to someone today, if I had to walk through the hood, if I had to walk through the ghetto, my whole demeanor, my aura would change. If you were to take me to a gala, to a fundraiser, how I am would be completely different. I would change. If you took me to a nightclub, a party that had great music, how I am, what I would change. Is it a skill that I've developed? Yes, it's probably an innate natural skill, and most people are not able to do that. But every part of my life, I've had to defy the odds. The odds were stacked against me, and every step of the way, I've had to fight and defy the odds. Whether me being alive or dead, healthy or strung out, mentally ill or stable or emotionally distraught, whatever, I've had to defy all odds, mostly by myself. So, am I easy to figure out? Yes and no. I'm easy to figure out if you understand the basics, the basic of who I am. I am fundamentally a kind, loving, playful, serene, outlandish person who likes to have fun and be happy. I don't like complaints. I don't like all that stuff. When you see the difficult and demanding part, I'm going to explain to you who that is, what that is. When you grow up in violent, aggressive, impoverished circumstances, when you grow up in a hood or ghetto, you can't be weak. You can't appear weak. People will pick on you. They will harm you just because. So you have to develop a bark. And in some instances, you have to have a bark and a fucking bite. You have no choice. You have to survive. I grew up having to survive. I went from one circumstance to the next circumstance to the next circumstance. Every step of the way, I've had to survive. Even getting through college and doing everything I had to do, I had to watch other people to pick up on basic shit to get ahead. There was no one teaching me. There was no one guiding me. There was no one helping me. No one has ever taken me up under their wings. Most people have done shit for me. 98.9% of people have done shit. What most people have done, they've given one sentence of encouragement or wisdom, and I took that shit, I bit it, and I ran with it. Mostly everything I've done and figured out on my own, and I've made a lot of mistakes, which is why I am scrappy. So I know how to adjust. I know how to adapt. When you have people who are intentionally trying to sabotage you, you have to learn to show them what they want to see and do what you need to do behind the scenes to get ahead. Listen to what I said. If you have people who are planning or actually operating to sabotage you, your present and your future, you have to show them what they want to see. Otherwise, they will strip you of everything that's important to you to rob you of your future. Parents, aunts, uncles, everyone. You know why they take things from you? Because they can, they have the power to do so. So I've had to deal with mental and emotional warfare to navigate one pitfall, one minefield after another, after another, after another. So I've learned to show people to mirror what they want to see, just to survive, just to escape, just to get to a better future. That's all there is. But if you can see beyond that and see, okay, this is a skill that she has because she had to. But who is the real person? How do you get to the real me? Let me tell you how you get to real me. If I trust you, which is very difficult, I don't trust most people. There's 4 people I trust. I trust me, I trust you, I trust my children. Me, you, and my children. And I don't trust very easily. I can know you for all of my damn life, and I will not trust you. So if I trust you, it's a big damn deal. It's a big deal. So if I trust you, and I feel safe, secure, protected, and I can be vulnerable with you, then I show you who I am. I'm very calm, I'm very loving, I'm just funny, I'm just serene, I'm just there, I'm loyal. You get to see the gem that I am. Most people are fraud. They're fakes. Their energy is off. Their energy is half-ass, pussyfooting. They're deceptive. There's something that's off-putting about them. And that is why I have various forms of fortification, and I don't let people get close to me. Because I can see them, I can read them, I can tell what's up. My fault is I like to see the best in people. I hope for the best. I see their potential, and I want to believe in that part. But 9 times out of 10, people, they disappoint. They can't help themselves. They don't have the discipline. They don't have the fortitude to do the right thing or do what the fuck they need to do. Which is why they get varying degrees of difficult and demanding. I don't deal with lies. I don't deal with bullshit. I don't deal with manipulation. I don't deal with game playing. I don't deal with disrespect. I don't deal with disloyalty. My list goes on and on and on. I don't have time for that. And I don't deal with that. So when I catch a whiff of that, that's when dragon mode comes out. I incinerate people because I've had enough of people doing things that they don't have to do, but they do. So how does this tie into how people move? How you move, how you talk, how you choose to live your life, it tells me about your character, the essence of your character. And why is it important to know the essence of one's character? Because when you know the essence of one's character, you can then start calculating probability. The probability of this person being able to do X versus Y or Z. You can predict the future based on the odds of human behavior. Which is why difficult and demanding exists. Because there's always some half-ass, pussy-footing, low-life, sap-sucking motherfucker who's trying to take up time, air, and space. And I don't waste that shit on anyone. I don't. So, you're wondering why, who's this version of me and why I'm so soft, I'm so loving and all that? Let me tell you why. There's been a piece of the puzzle that's been missing in my life. There's been a key that unlocks a door that hasn't been found until recently. My kids softened me. They were 2 out of 3 keys that were missing. The other key that was just missing, the other piece of the puzzle that was just missing, was just recently found. So when you're able to complete the picture, the puzzle, when you have the final key to unlock the treasure chest, then you get to see the diamond that shines within. This person that one experiences is there because of you, of how you are. It's there because of how your nature is. It's there because one feels safe, secure, protected, and can be vulnerable, which is why that is who you're able to see. That's why you see that part of me. That's why you see that part that my kids get, because you have the key to do that because of who you are. Most people can't get that, or they get shades of it, or they get glimpses of it, but they don't get it on a consistent basis. But everything you hear and see from me, that is who I am. But those are spokes on the wheel. The hub, the core, the center is what you have. And you get that because I feel safe and secure. When I feel threatened, which is a bad thing, physically, mentally, emotionally, when I feel threatened, that's not good for me. That's when difficult and demanding is there. That's when I'm guarded, I'm closed off, and I will pop on somebody in a second because I don't feel safe. And I don't feel safe because of my environment and how I've had to constantly fight. People who I thought were my friends were really my enemies. My enemies were my enemies. My friends were my enemies. My family were my enemies. This is my life story. Does it make sense? No. Is it unfortunate? Yes. Have I survived it? Yes. But I'm sick of surviving. And it's now time for me to start thriving, which is the next phase, the next chapter of my life. Which is why having those 3 important keys, those missing puzzles of missing pieces of my puzzle are important for me to be who I really am. So you are hugely responsible because of who you are, how you are, as to seeing what you see. But that other person, she's still there. She's there for most people because that's what most people, they need. That's what most people deserve. Most people, if you let them, they will suck you dry. They will manipulate you. They will fleece you of money. They will promise you shit that they cannot deliver. It's just a whole number of things. People don't do what the fuck they're supposed to do. They don't do what they say they're going to do, and they make excuses. I don't deal with excuses. You do it or you don't. You will or you won't, or you can or you cannot. You stand the fuck up or you sit the fuck down and get out of the way. That's my logic. Why is my logic so stark? Because that is what I came from. There was no gray. There was no middle ground. Either I got out completely or I got sucked back in. I could not leave 1 foot in that life and 1 foot in this other one. No, because that will always pull me back. So why am I disciplined? I'm disciplined because I had no choice. I'm disciplined because I had to get away. I had to escape. I've been trying to get to safe ground, safekeeping. Until recently, things did not make full sense. Things were not complete. The missing piece of the puzzle was found. And that is why this person is coming to life. This person is blossoming. She is your creation. That is what happens when you have the right things come together. You create something beautiful. Lotus plants grow out of muck. Diamonds are created under extreme pressure and hardship. Most people can't identify a diamond. Most people cannot mine a diamond. The one who finds the diamond is the one who is meant to find the diamond, because they have the tools and what's necessary to identify the diamond, to bring the diamond out, to have that diamond shine in their life. So that is what's going on. That is what's going on. So let's get back to Gray, the trucker from the gym. No one can get with me unless you are worthy, you are a God. Because I am priceless. I love wholeheartedly. I love unconditionally. I am loyal. I am respectful. I am kind. I am committed. I am there. And I'm funny as hell and fucking outrageous. You can't get a woman like me unless you are at my level. And I've spent a lot of time and years dealing with people who were posers, who were frauds, who were unworthy, who tried to chip away at my spirit. I am a happy person. I don't know how or why, but that is just my nature. Despite all the hardships I've gone through, I'm generally pleasant, peaceful, grateful to be alive and all that I have, because I know what it's like to have nothing at all. So, do I get approached? Yes. Do I pay attention to it? No. I've met too many people who have taken my kindness as a weakness. I've met too many people that have a diamond and don't know what to fucking do with a diamond. They take it for granted. They piss on it. Some people are not worthy of having diamonds because of their own fucking issues. And when people are dealing with issues of not being deserving or unworthy, they try to make you feel undeserving and unworthy. I've dealt with too many pawns and peasants. Too many pawns and peasants. Now, do I like to go around crushing people? No. Why kill a motherfucker's dream? They can hope, they can wish, they can pray, they can long. But that's all they're going to ever motherfucking do. You have to be of a certain character and caliber to even get the opportunity to get to me like that. You can't. So do I have to be mean to people? No, I don't have to be mean. I don't have to crush a motherfucker's dream. Fucking fantasize about me. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm looking for where I belong. I'm looking for what knows how to treat me. That made no sense what the fuck I just said. I look for those who can see and understand truly what I am, fully. And that's been found. When someone can see all that you are, appreciate you, relish you, intrigued by you, that's the right person. Everybody likes a beautiful package on the outside, but they don't have the gumption, the wherewith to deal with what's on the inside. They don't. Everybody wants some shit that they're not supposed to have. Yeah. They want it because it looks good. They want it, so they must have it. Just because you have it, just because you want it, doesn't mean you should have it. Doesn't mean you're worthy of it. But you are. Which is why you see what you see from me. You get to see the true me, just like my kids. I cannot show that to other people. They either rip me off for my money, they take advantage of me, they use, they abuse, they just do a whole host of things to people like me. they suck me dry. So I've locked away, keep away who I really am. I don't show people. Can they sense it? Yes. Which is why people gravitate towards me, which is why they talk about my energy and my vibe and my personality, because they can sense that warmness. They can sense the person that you see, the person that you experience. People can still sense that from me, and they want to figure out how to get to that. So I have to keep them at a distance. I have to keep them at bay, because people will suck the life out of one who gives life. They will suck me dry. They will suck me dead. They will deplete me. I'm like life's elixir. So I protect it. I may give them tastes or glimpse every now and then because I'm a kind person, but I keep myself under lock and key, which is why when you see me, I'm closed off, and under the right circumstances with the right person, then you see me blossom and open. That's who I am. That's who you get. You get that from me because you are the slow ember. The ember that's turning into a very strong, ferocious flame that has longevity, that's enduring, that's warming, that's protective. It's just everything that I need to be this woman I have with you. I don't have that with anyone else. So if you're trying to figure out why is she this way, but she acts this other way and she shows this other side, because you are the only one that I feel safe enough to be me with. You're the only one that I know that won't take me for granted, that won't disrespect me, that won't deprive me, that won't hinder me, sabotage me, thwart me. I know that I'm safe. And I told you I've never had that before. My children cannot give me that safety. They cannot do that because they're kids. I have to give that to them. But now I have found what I need. I have found what I want. I have found what I've been seeking. I found where I need to be. And because I found where I need to be, I get to be me. It's like when you finally made it to a safe haven, it's like you get to exhale. I'm still being rationed right now, but I'm sure all will change. All will change. Right now is ration. All will change. So don't be confused. Be intrigued. And that's why I'm never boring. I am never, ever boring. That's what makes me very, very fun. And I appreciate the awe. I appreciate the respect that I receive due to the odds that I've overcome. But I'm nowhere close to being where I should be, because I signed myself up for a situation that was probably meant to be for a number of years, which I have ended. But now I'm working on cutting my ties completely financially, which is why I'm working on my next venture. I need to free myself completely, which is why I ask, can I run things past you for your advice and your wisdom? Because I have a brilliant ability to think things, to put things together. But when it comes to contractual or deals or negotiating things like that, I usually trip myself up, and I usually get ripped off time and time again. And I get knocked back several steps, and I'm just starting from scratch. So I've learned enough over time to seek help from the right people. But most people, I cannot ask for help, which is why I've come to you for guidance, because I need to completely sever any and all tethers that I have to the last 16 years of my life, so I can truly be who I am and blossom fully. I cannot blossom fully when one of the main things for at least almost half of my life I'm still tied to. I am working on cutting that tether, that financial tether, so I can be free, completely, completely free. And that's all I seek. Happiness, fun, bliss, laughter, love, comfort, support, security, safety. That's all I'm seeking. I'm very basic. relatively speaking. My personality is still my personality. I'm still difficult and demanding. So like I said, if you learn me, you can have fun with me. You can channel whatever you want to get from me. You want calm and relax, meditative type, you get that. You want someone who is bossy and demanding, you can get that. You want someone who's funny, flirtatious, you can get that. You want someone who's sexy and sultry, you can get that. You want someone who's protective and will push you out of the way and protect you, I can do that shit too. Yes, I'm the type of person where if there's a battle, I will push you the fuck out of the way and I will take care of that shit. That's just how I am. Do I wish I was this way? No. But either you survive or you get ran the fuck over. So I don't lay down very easily. I don't lay down very easily. I'm quite feisty. Actually, I'm very passionate. Forget feisty. I'm feisty and passionate. I'm just fun. And I've learned over time to take, negative, bad energy and emotions, whether it be from other people or things that I'm feeling. And I've learned to take it and channel it for my benefit. I like to learn. I've made a lot of mistakes with a lot of people, and I've lost so much money by being so trusting that I've gotten duped and duped and duped. Most recently, my spiritual advisor, if I told you the quantity of money that this woman got from me, it would blow your mind. So I'm not even sure that I'm prepared to even disclose that, because I'm still processing that fucking con woman and what she did. And it's just what happens with me and my nature. I'm hopeful. I trust. I wish people would do the best and do the right thing. And people just can't seem to do the right motherfucking thing. They promise shit they can't deliver. And they take the bag and they run with it. And you're left with starting from scratch again. So I'm sure you'll want to hear that story. I can hear you asking now. It is what it is, whatever. But am I bitter? No, I'm not angry. Am I sad? Yes. Am I learning? Yes. But I have to start safeguarding myself and protecting myself better. And the only way I can do that is by going to those who I trust to the utmost. I trust fully. I trust blindly. And that's what it is. So when you are dealing with people and you're trying to figure them out, the best way you can figure them out is look at what they do. Are they consistent? Are they reliable? Are they honest? If they make a mistake, do they come back and fix it and be forthright about it? Are they able to apologize? Are they able to forgive? Do they know what they want? Can they communicate what they want? And when you give them what they want, are they appreciative? Do they see you? Do they understand you? Do they value you? Do they treasure you? Do they see the little things that you do and let you know, thank you and I care? Those are the things that tell you the most about people. A lot of people, they talk about a lot of shit. They talk about nothing. It means nothing. It means nothing. But what do they do? Do they say they want to lose weight, and do they lose the weight? Do they say they're going to work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and do they show up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? No. So all these little things that the people do as far as how they treat themselves, how they talk about themselves, what they talk about with others, all that gives you clues. It gives you a hint to the person that you're dealing with. We must start to see people for who they are and not what the fuck we want to see. Stop hearing what we want to hear and trust our instincts and go with that. Am I all the things that you hear? Yes. Do you think I probably have some form of multiple personality disorder? You probably do, but I don't. And I explained to you, I've learned to adapt to survive. I'm kind of like a warrior who's been out in a fucking war zone field, and you're trying to get to safety, and you're going to different places, different weather, different environments, and you're adjusting to survive. I've had to adjust to survive to get ahead. That's what I've learned. And it's probably a part of my nature. My ability to adjust, my ability to watch others, pick up their mannerisms, pick up their habits, and do that to make them feel comfortable to get where I need to be. It's survival. It's a skill that most people don't have. I can go from acting posh and bougie to I can get rough, very rough, as you can hear. And I can be a little thugget. Yes, I said thugget. I could do that. Do I want to do that? No. Do I know how to do it? Yes. I didn't ask for it, but I've had to pick it up. I've had to pick it up. And if you have not had to pick those things up, I would say you are a very blessed and fortunate person. But no, my story does not make sense. I don't think my story is supposed to make sense. I think I'm just supposed to be an icon, an example to people of how you can overcome yourself and your circumstances. And that's what I believe I'm supposed to do, which is why I do this podcast and I could talk about things, because I've seen the depravity of people. I've seen the callousness of people. I've seen just people do things to be mean and they don't have to. I've just seen shit and experiencing things that I wish I didn't have to, but I know what people do to save their own ass. And they will most people will throw their mama or somebody under the bus to save their own ass. I've seen the worst of people. And it's unfortunate that I've had to see it. But because I've seen it, I haven't let it fully consume me. But it is a part of me. Which is why I'm always on watch, and I'm very cautious of people, of most people. And it's just how I am. But if I let you in, you're in my circle. You're in there. You're in there. So you like this version of me? Good. You're supposed to. You brought her here. You brought her out. And all you have to do is keep giving her security, reliability, protection, guarding her, protecting her, doing all those things, loving her, being there for her, being supportive of her, just be who you are. And this is what you get. Being exactly who you are fully. This is what you get. And you're saying, well, shit, sometimes I can be harsh, sometimes I can be mean, sometimes you can be cold. How you are fully and truly is what I need you to be. Listen to what I'm saying. You cannot pretend with me. You cannot water down with me. You cannot hide from me. You have to show me fully who and what you are, which is what you do. You're not in a good mood? Show me that. You are in a good mood? Show me that. You're irritable? Show me that. You're impatient? Show me that. You're feeling funny? Show me that. Be who you are, and this is the person you get from me. If you start pretending to be something else, then that will shift me, because I won't feel safe. I won't feel secure. I will feel that something is off, something is suspicious, something is fraud. And that is when I become guarded. So as long as you feel comfortable being the true you, being who you are, this is what you get from me. You don't have to mask, you don't have to hide. You just get to be, and I get to be me. There's no pretending. There's no pretending. I get to be who I am, which is easy, as my son says, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and you get to be who you are. That is the easiest shit ever, where you don't have to work. You just get to be. Be who you are at that moment in that day. Not perfect, just be the best that you can be. Be your best, do your best, and your best changes every morning. That's all I want from you. I just want you to be you. Show me you, be you, and this is what you get from me. It flows, it goes, it will work. So am I everything that you hear? 100%. But those are just spokes of my personality. The hub of who I am is what you get right now. I'm calm. I am outlandish. I am outrageous. I am animated. I am fun. I like to laugh. I just like to have fun. I like to be happy. I like to feel safe, secure, protected. And then I get to be open and vulnerable, and I get to show you the true me, the real me. This is what it is. Okay? So how do you move? You move how you move what's true to your character. You move according to your character. And that is how you will always know who you're dealing with. People like to pretend. They like to say the right things, show the right things. But if you are very astute, you can pick up on what people's real nature is about. You can see it in their eyes, you can see it in their aura, you can see it in their energy. And if you're the right combination, the right balance, the right fit for one another, you get to enjoy one another fully. Whether it be passionately, whether it be shooting the shit, talking whatever, you just get to be. And it's so easy. And it's just, I like easy. I like simple. Simple and easy. I don't like complications. I don't like drama. I don't like mess. If there's a problem, solve the shit, move the fuck on. I don't like to dwell. I don't like to crib. I don't like to harbor. I like to move on, move forward, be happy, be free, enjoy life. That's just my nature. Be happy. Can't be happy, shut the fuck up. Yeah, can't be happy, shut the fuck up. I don't care how you do it, but don't come to me with the bullshit. Solve the problem, move on. If you want to bitch, moan, and complain, I am not the right person you should be talking to. Because I will be moving, running in the opposite direction. So the moral of the story, keep doing what you're doing. And you'll probably say I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just being me. And that is all I ask of you. You keep being open, vulnerable with me, and being your true nature. This is what you get. This is the real Tara. Everything else is smoke screens, is magic tricks, is dust, it's a whole bunch of things just so I can adapt and deal with other people. Just to mask the real me. I'm a chameleon. By no choice. I would love that there was a day that I could just go through life and just be this way. But you always got some people trying to rip you the fuck off, lying to you, manipulating you, disrespecting you. There's always someone doing some bullshit. So you can't really show who you are. But with you, I can. The last final piece has been found of my puzzle. The last key to my treasure chest to open up me, who I am, has been found. And you and my children are the only people who get to experience that. You get to experience that. You're worthy of it. You experience. So you have that key, and you have the other key. Thank you for that key also. Yes, you have many keys, and they all fit, and they all work very, very well. And let me just make a side note. That other key, I've been waiting a long time for that fucking key. So thank you very, very much for that key. Thank you. It was a shock treatment that was overdue, needed, and waiting for. And if you knew what I felt like doing right now is kidnapping your ass and lock you in a closet and just continuously taking advantage of. But I can't do that, so I'll be patient. But I swear to God, there'll be one day your ass is going to be kidnapped. Don't be angry with me. Please understand that my patience probably left and you'll be kidnapped and permanently held hostage for life. I warned you in advance, so just forgive me. It's your fault anyway. When you got the right keys, for the right places, for the right holes, you can't blame a woman for losing her damn mind and saying, you know what? Nope, you're mine. That key is mine. The other key is mine. Your ass is mine. You're going to stay with me. So sit here and let me take advantage of you. That's how it's going to work. So I'm sure you're in agreement. I'm sure you probably think it's funny. But thank you for the shock treatment today. Thank you for the key. God knows how long I've been waiting for that. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any other questions about how one can be what they are, how they are, you're going to have to ask the stars, the sky. I don't know who you speak to as far as how I am, what I am. This is what I am. I am not normal. I am very different. I'm not ordinary. I'm a highly extraordinary. I should be very different considering what I've been through. I should be very different than what I am. I I agree with you. I don't make sense. I defy the odds. I defy logic. I defy everything that there is on so many different levels. So you're wondering why you're intrigued. You're wondering why you're fascinated. You're wondering why you're constantly in awe. Um, you're wondering why you're obsessed. And it's a reason. There's a reason. It's everything that's come together. It's kind of like the perfect gift for you, where you know that you'll never get bored, because my past is so dynamic and stark, and everything I went through, the stories that I can tell, I will always blow your mind one way or the other. And I don't think you have ever truly experienced that or had that. I'm going to continuously keep blowing your mind on every different level. And the more time I spend with you, and the more we get into a rhythm, the more we get comfortable, it just gets better and better and better and better. Things get better with me as I see they're getting better with you. It's that slow build of the flame that I talked about originally with this episode. Those are the most powerful flames. Those are the ones that burn the brightest, they last the longest, and they're the most powerful and striking. That's the type of fire, that's the type of person that you want in your life, where they have endurance, they have longevity. They bring you, they bring you to life. And in my circumstances, it's birth a person that I didn't know existed, and I'm grateful, because it's now time for me to stop surviving, and it's now time for me to start thriving and chill the hell out and relax and enjoy life and stop being so scared and fearful. So this last part of the journey that I'm on, cutting this last financial tether of getting my freedom with my kids, this is the last piece that I need to work on to have my complete freedom, to be the person that you um, have brought to the forefront. So if you want to know why I'm up so late working on my podcast, my Instagram, because I have to break free. I'm working to break free. I need to break free financially. I cannot be tied to someone who is not good for me mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. I have to break free for my own well-being, for my future, and for my children. So that is why I'm going off of 4, 3, 5 hours of sleep, because this is what I have to do to break free. This is what I had to do to break free from other circumstances, and this is the last leg of my journey until I get to just, like a phoenix, rise from the ash. That is what I'm trying to do, rise from this fucking ash and be the person, the woman that I am with you 24/7. Not just when I'm with you with my kids. I want to be this woman all the time. I want to feel safe. I want to feel secure. I want to feel protected. I want to feel that I have support, guidance, love, respect, support. I want what I feel with you. I want it 24/7, and not just the fleeting small amounts of snatches of time that we have, which I'm grateful for and thank you. But I'm working on being that woman all the time. But I can't do that where I'm constantly feeling threatened, mentally, emotionally, physically. When I don't feel safe, I don't feel secure, I don't feel protected. I can't be that person all the time. I have to be on guard. And when you're always on guard, you're on edge, you're nervous, you're uncomfortable. So that's why one seeks you out, seeks to spend time with you, be in your presence, because it helps me decompress. It helps me ground myself. It helps me get some perspective. It helps me keep the motivation to keep fighting forward, so I can break free and be free from all this bullshit from the last 41 years of my life and just be free. So if you have any questions, ask me. This didn't turn out exactly how I'd hope or expect. I think it's more of my personal memoir. I don't know what the hell this is, but I decided to give insight. I also decided to give clarity. So have I been approached? Yes. Greg the trucker asked to take me out to dinner on Tuesday, of this week, um, because they found out I was divorced. So he asked to take me out. It's not going to happen, but I just want to let you know that that is what happened. And I apologize for not remembering when you asked me, but I remembered, I shared. Hope you're not angry, and until the next time.